Were you the first person to ollie the big Carlsbad gap, or is that not?
No, I don't think I was. I mean, no, because there's
because you definitely kickflipped it.
Yeah, kickflipped it first, but there was dudes that were. There was I forget his name, but there was a Carlsbad like local legend dude that definitely did it before me. Like definitely had ollied it, and there was a lot of shit around North County that dude had done, and I can't remember. Maybe he rode for A1 Meats back in the early. I can't remember who it was, but it had already been done.
Yeah. Because like Carlsbad Gap back then was like a big thing, and we're talking about the small Carlsbad Gap. Everybody would go skate that thing.
I had skated the steps first. I had an A1 Meats. I had ollieing, doing a 1 foot down the steps
next to the big one.
Yeah, to where Alf did the lip slide and the grind on the King Trail.
Oh wow, yeah.
To the right of that rail. Yeah. So we were skating that first, and then the little gap.
Yes.
Those are the two. And then just ollieing the gap. And then we started filming for the Union video. And then I think that's when I backside 180'd it. I did a lot of shit. Like I fakey ollied it with Sturt, and that fucker filmed it sideways.
Okay.
Like and it for video grab.
Oh wow.
And it never got run.
Oh, because back then they would do video grabs, but they would film it sideways.
Yes.
And I remember when we went to do that, we showed up, and of course it was on Dan Sturt time. Like it's got to get done. And Kelly Bird, and it was like the real dudes were skating the little gap, filming for the real video that came out early '90s. The fucking, I think he skated to. Oh God, Magic Carpet Ride, maybe Kelly Bird.
Oh, okay.
I think so. It was like and it was like his part fucking killed it. Like Kelly was fucking awesome, and they were there filming on the small gap. In typical Sturt fashion, I had like a small window to do this fucking fake ollie, and I can't remember. It's like, so you cut off to the right to go to the big gap, and if you just keep going straight, that's the little gap. So everybody's skating, and I like rode up to the thing. Like I don't even know if I ollied it. I think I just like straight started fake ollieing it, and did it, made it pretty quick, and then we left. Like we're
talking about the gap.
Yeah, the big gap. Like we went there, and I fake ollied it, and that's when you had it sideways. And I remember feeling kind of lame because they were having a session, and then I came in and just started like.
Skating the big gap.
Yeah, but it was one of those Sturt things. Like, so we got to get this. This is the only time it can't happen. It's never going to happen again. We can't come back here. This is going to be destroyed tomorrow. You got to do it right now. And he did it sideways, and it never came out. No one ever saw it. And then Lambert fakey ollied it.
Yeah, that's right.
And I love Lambert. Like it's whatever.
He's
but
gnarly,
I was like, fuck,
dude.
man. Like I did that like. I was a year. It was a long time.
That was in Modus. He did that, and you must have done that way before.
Yeah. Whenever they were filming for the real video, so whenever the real video was, so I'd already been kind of starting to jump down it, and like.
And that word didn't spread. Like, Kris.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but it had been from when I did it till then. I didn't go. I could have gone back any time and done it.
Right.
I just never did. It wasn't like. It wasn't. Skating wasn't like that. Like it is now. Like you got to get the fucking like. So much shit went down back then with no cameras around, and
that's facts.
So that it wasn't weird like to go and skate that without any cameras or anybody. There's been tons of sessions that we skated the Carlsbad Gap, like just sessioning the gap, and it's no cameras around.
It's like
just skating
unheard of.
Yeah,
these
you
days.
would never do that, and like so much shit's gone down that thing. Like I frontside half cabbed it and kept whipping out. I could never.
Oh wow.
Never land on that, and Jeremy did that. Backside heel. I got knocked out doing backside heel flip. Landed and rolled back and hit my head.
Oh damn.
And Jeremy did that. Like so. It's funny, like Rob always tells the story of the kickflip Dyrdek about how like, I was gonna make it, then Markovich did it, and I was heartbroken. And it's like,
he was gonna go do it.
The day that I did it, we were both doing kickflips, trying it at the same time.
You were both trying it at the same time.
Yeah, we were like, it wasn't like a dick thing.
No, but did you guys have two different filmers? Like he had his filmers.
No, we were all filming together. Like Swift was there, and like I forget who. And Swift shot the photo, and I don't know. I don't know if he filmed it as well at the same time or somebody. So I don't know who the fuck filmed it. So sorry, but it's the one I have the Chargers jersey on. Like it's the only one I made, and it was like I don't know. Rob, did he nollie it that day or
switch ollie or something?
Switch ollie, yeah, he switch ollied it. And did he? He didn't get a. Did he get a cover for the switch ollie? Or was it an inside cover?
I don't
I remember
remember.
it being a
remember a
big.
cover,
I don't remember.
I don't think it was a
cover.
cover, but he got a photo of
Good
it. It was
photo,
a-
okay.
Gnarly
maybe it was a
back then,
contents
so-
page.
maybe a contents.
Contents page, I think it was. But I don't know. I just see whenever they talk about that fucking thing, they show maybe it was an on video or something, and they show him, and he's like,
Wait,
oh.
so you guys were trying, and whoever landed it first pretty much got
Would
it.
have got it. Yeah, I mean that's how we were just skating, and both of us started trying. I'm like, fuck yeah, try it. Let's do it. Let's do this.
And you did it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then
And
did he switch ollie it after the same day, or did he go back?
I
and-
think he might have already switch ollied it.
Oh, okay.
Like that day, like, and I want to say, like, again, I could be making this up, but I don't. I that same day I tried 3 flipping it, like as a joke, like to whip my board, and it actually kind of worked. And then I think I like committed to a couple, and just sack of potatoes,
Right.
Like,
That thing was huge,
No.
dude.
but so then like and then Josh Casper did it, and like
Yeah.
it looked like it hurt. You know what I mean? So I never went back into that. So there's a lot of shit that on that gap that I should have probably went back.
And what was up with the cover? Because the cover of the kickflip, it was all painted.
Oh yeah. So at that time, Ted Newsom was the art director of Transworld, and we were roommates at the time, and I used to go with him, and he never worked at Transworld during business hours. So he'd go in late at night, and I would go with him, and I would just lurk around. And like the music guy, Fran, I believe is his name. Like I was cool with all those dudes, and he's like, "Yeah, you can go in my office and just go through the CDs," because he would get CDs for reviews and whatever put in the magazine. And he's like, as long as they, there's doubles of them, you can take whatever. So I would just go with Ted to work. Ted would be laying out the magazine, and I'd be taking CDs to go take them to Lose Records to sell them and trade them in or whatever. So I would just be rating these fucking CDs. And one night I was in Swift's office, and there was a bunch of the proofs of the printout from whatever. That's back when they did the fucking dark room, and they'd have all the test prints. And there was a fuck ton of them. And I think I called Dave, and I was like, "Hey, can I fuck around and draw on one of these?" Like, he's like, "Yeah, just don't take the, I don't know, whatever, certain ones."
Okay.
And Ted was lagging. I was fucking sitting there, and I just grabbed like the highlighter pins and stuff that they mark different when they have to do the, what is that called? The blue, when they sit and they have to go over and pick out the magazine.
Rubulette?
Well, no, when before the proof, where they get
the
everybody in the magazine to come into the office, and they look at every page and read over.
Or when
it.
they like circle the one, they put a
look for
box around the.
missing, like misspellings and different things.
proofreading?
Proofreading.
Okay.
They have
Yeah.
like Transworld they had a whole room that had a giant table in it, and they had like shit on the walls, and they would take it up and they would go through it and do all that shit. And so they had highlighters and all this shit, and like Ryan Wilburn's in the photo, and there's like all these people in the background, and I think like gave some dude like a long arm, and like gave somebody fucked up hair, and I was just fucking around, like making, doing colors and shit, and then went home. Ted was done. Fuck, we can go now, finally. And like 2 months later, we lived in Encinitas, and I was fucking watching videos of the house, and Ted came home and walked in and threw the magazine over my shoulder onto the coffee table, and it landed and slid. And there it is, the fucking shitty cover that I'd just drawn all over. Like, I was super hyped. Obviously, it was on the cover, but
Yeah.
I wasn't like being serious. I was goofing around.
doodling
I was
almost, yeah.
doodling, like here's some color, maybe rainbow here. And then it was the cover. And like, so again, bittersweet. Like, I was super hyped. It was my first cover ever. It's fucking Transworld. And like,
And you
looking
left
back
you
on
left
it,
it there, like,
yeah.
and they just like, damn, this is actually pretty cool.
I mean, so looking back on it, like at the time, fuck, man, like I wish I could have done. If I would have known, I would have done it better. But I mean, that's the beauty of it. I didn't know,
Yes.
left it,
Yeah.
and looking back on it, it's beautiful.
Well, you look at a cover now. I mean, you don't see covers like that every
No.
day. So it's like, and especially you drew it. Colored it in and stuff like that. It's almost a paint by numbers thing. You had colored in like the roof, and then the grass, and the
Yeah.
stairs, and the.
I forget
It's pretty epic.
who the dude is with the long arm, but I remember him being bummed. He was like from Carlsbad. And, like,
Oh, you mean because he was in the photo?
he's in the
He was-
photo, and
he
I
was
gave him
actually
like some
bummed.
weird long arm and a fucking like. I did some
I know
shit
how
to-
that feels.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Big brother.
I had my neck stretched back to the city contest in the crowd, just chilling, neck done long, like just for no reason. And I definitely felt some sort of way, but I was saying, whatever the fuck.
Jermaine apologized.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, it was Tremaine. Huh?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my God.
Where is that like button? Right? Is it right here or right here?
Just a little scroll coming down the bottom.
It's
Subscribe.
over to it's on your
It's on my right?
left.
It's on
No,
my
on your left.
Hey,
Yeah.
hit
Right
that
there.
button right there.
Right there.
Right
Yeah,
there.
please.
The like button's kind of like in the middle there. It's like we're kind of.
Oh, it's like right here?
Kind of.
Like
yeah,
right
and the
there?
subscribe's like over to the left.
Like right over there. All right.